All right, today is Spider Society. This court holds a trial, especially a Father's Day one. So what happens this Father's Day? We are going to explain what happens if you strike a father's to death, especially during the cosmic events of the canon. What canon? Peter, there's something you should know. What is it, Pete? Um, there's a canon between me, of course. Okay, what has to do between about him anyway? Parker, that's my dad you're speaking of. I know I'm come forward. Go easy on him. I think he's still tense. Morales, I'll deal with you later. Sorry I asked. Okay, Miguel, what is it? Previously, 2 years ago, you tried to impale the Green Goblin, who apparently doesn't appear in your universe. And why? Because if I didn't cause the events, none of this never happened. Exactly. And besides, you didn't have to kill Norman. One thing you could have done instead was expose Mysterio when you had the chance. Especially Doctor Strange, he deserves more. Ah, finally, you have a sense of humor. Don't deal with me, Parker. Sorry, O'Hara. Okay, first off, what do you have against my kid over here? I'm doing my job, Stark. Oh, really? Not a bad idea. Also, can I say something to my pupil? All right, fine. What were you thinking? What do you mean? You tried to impale him, my alternate variant. We may be rich, but my last name isn't Stark. It's Osborn. Yeah, but turns out you always had been my variant. Or yeah? What do you have in common other than your wealth and greed? Well, unlike him, he assembles his Sinister Six while I assemble the Avengers. I also have a kid in my dimension, except she's a daughter. Is she? Yeah. What's her name? I'm gonna have to get through that. I forgot for a moment. It doesn't matter. So you have a daughter? Yeah. What happened to her? Well, she attended the funeral just like you had. Wow. Yeah, I know who she looks like. And I usually babysit her. Only for Pepper. Yeah, my wife. And she paid you for protections. You know, I really need to get to know your family better, Stark. Yeah, me too. And what does that have to do with the rest of us? The rest of you have other parenting issues. I don't have a son of my own, unlike my cousin over here who has a son. I know, Uncle. It has always been our timing. But still, how come you don't have another Carnage? Well, if I did, last thing I recall to myself, Peter ripped a piece of me and took it to Connor's lab for experimenting. I did no such things. Not you, the other Connor. He's telling the truth. There are two Connors for one reality. One is the lizard, that's you, in the lab coat, me. And the other is just regular Kurt. I know, I've heard about him. He never became the lizard, and if he did, what else do you think of him? I'm gonna say he's smarter than this guy. Oh, really? Like how smart? Like he would just bother to wear a suit? And by the way, do you have a son named Billy? Oh, yes, except I don't talk about him much. I don't even recall having a son. Why are you asking me this? Because I've done research where the original Kurt Connors has a son named Billy. Really? Is he a reptile himself too, by any chance? No. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, rookie. Can we just get back to the other point? My point is, when was the last time you spared a bad guy before you almost made the strike? Especially when you feel sorry to a best friend. Well, unlike Ned, he's not rich. Good riddance. How's that? I was worried that if Ned didn't trust you, he would end up like me. Well, he almost did, except he was still on this good side, and he was wearing Doctor Strange Magic's portal ring. Wait, you mean Doctor Strange? Yeah. Yeah, we met once, especially that's when the whole world disintegrated behind my back. Yeah, I saw how the anomalies work. Really, how did you know all that? I have a list of things unlike most of you guys. Oh, really? Look, I heard about the Avengers in my world. That makes you the original Spider-Man, right? Well, pretty much, but I've been through a lot. And yet, we're the only Spider-Man who never heard of the Avengers. I never heard of Doctor Strange either. Well, really, congratulations, Gwen. Can we get on with it? Just tell me, when was the last bad guy you actually spared? Well, I spared Toombs the Vulture, except he didn't have a son. He had a daughter named Liz. Yeah, it's true. They dated once. Oh, Romeo alert. So what happened? Well, you see, I was supposed to catch him, but then later that's when I brought myself. I couldn't just let him die during the explosion, so I had to save him, especially. Okay, first off, unlike most of you guys, I'm not such a bad guy once you get to know me. I'm more like a freedom fighter. Like, is there a universe where Jameson is the bad guy and the rest of us are just part of the resistance? Actually, there is, but we don't have time to discuss that. I knew it. For the record, I don't trust Jameson. Oh, really? You know, that makes you my variant. Why is that? We both have daughters, and we both like to relax in the desert, except you don't eat meat. If you did, you'd be goo already. Really? You didn't tell me. What was your daughter's name again? Penny. Yes? Not you. Oh, I'm sorry. You know, I also have a father too, but he died, but not before he invented this robot for me. Oh, really? Oh, sweet. I never thought of that. You know, I wish I should have made these prototypes myself because all I can make are Hulkbusters. What's a Hulkbuster? It's like a giant mechanized version of Hulk and one of my stock reactions. Well, the last time I faced one was the Rhino. It had a big horn. Really? Can we just get on with it? Right. So anything else I should concern? Yes. My point is, if next time you see Norman, don't impale or mix with the cannons again. Especially if it's not back. What happens if it did? That's how fate changes. And you're lucky Harry wasn't there in this battle. If he did, he will never forgive you. You're right, I would never try to, not for one last score. Because the truth is, if anyone's going to fight Goblin, it's going to be me. I'm the only one who can stop him. The rest of you, fight your own rogues. And you're lucky that Venom wasn't in there. Why is that? Because if you did, I would have taught you a lesson. What kind of lesson? First off, you never knew me, but I was always there. And second, let's see, you don't get it, do you? Why you think Harry hated Peter? Because he doesn't trust anyone. Ever since he went to military school, his life was abusive and untrustworthy. Wait, how did you know that? Your friend told me everything. No, I didn't. Oh, yes, I forgot. I have your blood. Disgusting. You know, unlike you, Harry, my father was already dead by then, and I was all alone. Your father made me who I am today, and then I made you by feeling traumatized. Except I didn't want you to be this way. Oh, really? We sure have daddy issues. I hate you. Why that? Because unlike Harry, he's not a psycho, and unlike Norman, he's not pure greed but coward. You're right, Norman is a coward, but the real Green Goblin in his universe is full of potential. Except he didn't become the Green Goblin. If the claws count, kid, you deal with it. And next time if I see him, I'm going to cure him myself. Otherwise, I'd rather adopt you. You're right. Is this guy always creeping me out? Well, the truth is, he killed my girlfriend. Really, I lost a boyfriend too. You did? Hey, I can hear you. And how would you like to be my victim, Gwen? Stay out of this, Osborn. Yeah, if you hurt her, I swear I'm going to... You'll do what? All right, let's not get into conclusions. Shall we? Now, anyone else lost a parent? Well, I had a father once. His name is Ben Parker. Well, that's more like a father figure. Okay, maybe I did have one named Richard Parker, except I don't even know what happened to him. I do. Yeah, so do I. I lost him too. Are you sure he's not part of, well, I wish he was part of SHIELD's, but he didn't tell me anything. Well, I do. The truth is, my dad was killed by Oscorp. They try to hunt him down for some reason, and because Osborn made a deal with a military leader. I know who he is. You do? His name was Mr. Fierce. He was planning to do a scheme called Sinister Six with lots of men on board. Don't remind me of Fierce. I already know what he's like. I don't want to hear his name again. Really? What is this Fierce like? How come I didn't see him? Well, you can't tell whether I crossed him or not. But the truth is, he's always mysterious. Are you sure he's not that Mysterio guy? Not really. Whoever he is, he's the one who shouldn't be canon. At least Drake never met him. And why is that? Because if he did, he would give him Riot. I can sense it. Yeah, Riot or not. Tell me, Uncle, will we ever see this other me? I want to see my cousin. Look, I'm afraid it's impossible. I cannot find this other Carnage if I break into Connor's laboratory first. Once I do, he's all yours. Good. I need him. Anyone else has a father to explain of? Well, I'm already becoming a parent. You are? Yes. I named my daughter Mayday. Oh, really? You have a daughter? Man, I really like this guy. Yeah, me too. And make it 3. You have a daughter named Mayday. Oh, yeah, sure. And I made plush toy versions of Goblin and Dr. Octopus. Oh, really? When did I get appreciated? Hey, that's not fair. How come he gets a plush toy and I don't? Because they don't make models of you unless you rather be an abstract drawing of a picture. You mean some kind of practice art? Yeah. Okay, that would be more descriptive. But it has to be black paint. So you have a daughter named Mayday? Yes. Good. Once she's older, it'll be one-on-one. You just want to fight him because you think it's your destiny? Exactly. Wait, anyone else has... Well, I don't want my dad to end up like yours. Or yours. I know what's going to happen to him. All I know is that in the future, next year, my dad is going to die when Spot takes over my world. And then later he sacrifices himself to save a kid. But it hasn't happened yet. Miles, I warned you that that spider who bit you isn't from your world. That's why you didn't come to this dimension. Yeah, I'm sorry, and we'll have to re-apologize some other time. I'm still sorry. Yeah, I forgive you. And I'm sorry I gave you that Morbius look. I was just trying to persuade you. Well, there's something I should tell you, Miles. What's that? My dad just quit. Quit what? Being a cop. Because of that, he didn't die. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't save your... Even though you're not technically... But seriously, your dads both are cops and I'm the only one who has a scientist. Yeah, at least I'll be the sheriff around these parts if I did have a kid once. Who made you sheriff? Gwen? Why did I not you the other Gwen? Is she your girlfriend by any chance? No, she was my lab partner at Connors' university. Oh, she is. I already have a girlfriend. Oh, yeah, it's Mary Jane Watson. Yeah, him. I mean her. It's true. Why would he bother dating with Gwen? If she was, she would be the first to strike. Really? At least I did it for you. I can hear you. Don't listen to him. Look, if anyone's gonna date Gwen, it would be me since don't remind her. She's mine. And if you touch her, if anyone strikes her, you'll be lunch. Do I make myself clear? Why eat them now when you have a chance? Darkness is all over you. I knew it. Knew what? You just can't resist yourself, Eddie. Eddie's not here right now. I'm right behind him. Look, the truth is I try to tame him like a puppy, but no matter what I do, I will still engage. And you killed a lot of criminals, didn't you? Well, I made him a deal. It's the only way. Look, you do know he's a predator. Yeah, I do know. And you have to deal with his stereotypes. Listen, Miguel Morbius, I don't know what gave you your Dracula fangs, but I'm warning you. Wait, you're a vampire? Yes, what about it? So, I have one who's a vampire. I know, Michael Morbius. Wait, how did you know that? I told you I can view everything, all the anomalies, all the canons, everything. Really? What is... I did heard that he faced someone named Milo. Milo, that's a stupid name. I'm expecting something a bit more pure. Yeah, I'm gonna call him the Hunger, if it's okay with you. I'm good with hunger. Tell that to him if he was alive. All right, anyway, Harry, what? How would you like to celebrate Father's Day with me? I'd rather celebrate with the real Norman Osborn, not you, Goblin. Come on, I am your father, and you'll do exactly as I say. I don't think so. In that case, your life will make a fine addition to my collection. Excuse me. Okay, enough with the Lucas references already. Says who? Exactly. All right, can we just put them back into custody before? Yes, we will. This isn't over. I will still escape. So will we. And anyone who tries to define us will answer. Yeah, just for the record, I'm out of here. Come back here, Toombs. You can't just, so am I. Fine, you're fired. Can't believe it. Don't say that. Why not? I still have a score with Jameson. If I see him, I'm gonna rip his mustache off. I would love to see you try. I didn't even like this guy either. Ugh. Well, who wants to celebrate Father's Day? Well, I'm not ready to have my own kids yet. Well, you sure? Actually, when you have a chance, I'll take these chances.